would you believe it or not, of storming Ravenloft. Today we have a new player joining us, and their character will be joining the party very shortly. So, while everyone is getting settled and my fiance gets some utensils, why don't we have my beloved players tell us what happened last session?
We ascended to divinity and killed and destroyed the world.
I surprisingly didn't kill everyone.
You killed something that wasn't supposed to be killed, though.
Yeah.
He released a, what was it, one of those flying demons? A mongrel.
Yeah.
And he probably got an entire town killed by releasing the other mongrel that leapt over the wall.
Who cares? It's just a small town.
Yeah, but the small town could be very critical to what you need. You have no idea.
Nonsense.
The wizard was an idiot and called down into a well and was attacked.
That was funny.
And Kyle was interrogating the priest here. Still suspects of some sort of duplicitous stuff because she doesn't trust anyone, especially him.
Is everyone satisfied with that recap?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell our injury later.
Alright. So with this, the abbot has decided that he will escort you through the abbey. And starting first, he wished to bring you to the loft. Or, well, the foyer is the more accurate name. And with that, let me drag everyone here. I didn't mean to grab you. I don't even know who you are. Oh, you were stuck in there. That's right. I grabbed a prisoner.
Oh, they're prisoners. That's interesting information.
Well, technically the people that were locked in those cages, like the one that Shump let out, was a prisoner.
Actually.
I gave...
You did. I'm dumb.
Right. Please stop highlighting both of them. I know Owl Buddy and Zexelzera are inseparable, but still.
Owl Buddy's about to die somehow. I'm sure.
It'll probably be because of me.
Probably.
This room used to be an office, as evidenced by the remains of a desk and chair, both of which have been smashed to pieces. A hallway to the south leads a staircase going up. A dark passage to the east is full of unnatural whispers, mad laughter, and bestial odors. Amongst them, only one seems to be standing out.
I guess I'm going to search around for any sort of like documents that are around. So I guess investigation.
Okay.
Oh, didn't find anything.
You find a cover, or you find what looks to be the front cover of a book labeled History of Barovia, and nothing else.
It's the front cover, not even the contents. Like,
The GM doesn't always have to be that helpful.
I mean, I guess I do know the book exists. Can I search again?
Not for that area.
Aww.
Chunwa, you find a book labeled "Gods and Demons of the Land," but the name seems to be scratched out or the name of the author seems to be scratched out by some sort of sharp tool.
Ooh. What's in the book?
That would to understand the contents in detail would take about an hour to read.
Like an hour to read that whole book. Damn, people are fast readers here.
Well, that's to understand what's in it and not know everything within it. Kind of like how you can look at all the chapters of it, skim a page or two.
Yeah, I gotcha.
If anyone wants to explore this area, they may.
What do I see?
Are you looking through the area?
Yeah, this like, I guess you would call it like an entryway. This entryway we're in.
Right. As you approach the entryway, even in the gloom, you can make out a monstrous shape lumbering down the hall. When the darkness can no longer hide its true nature, your eyes are treated to a terrifying 7-foot-tall assemblage of human body parts. With your perception, you understand that it's not just... It seems odd. The one arm is slightly shorter than the other. The skin seems to be of many different races. And you notice distinctly there's no sign of mongrel folk on it. Chaya, you notice that there are fearful whispers coming from the room directly to your left.
How loud are the whispers?
How loud are the whispers?
Yeah.
You know how like a 5-year-old tries to whisper something to an adult trying to keep a secret?
So very
Imagine
loud.
3 of those.
So loud is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
You said
Arcana the
like
thing.
Scaled?
You can't really tell through the wall. Zexel, you could tell indefinitely that there is strong necromantic magic mixed in with the bit of radiant energy coming from this abomination.
Radiant and necrotic at the same time.
Oh, that might be my ball.
That thing looks undead.
Oh, it looks like a mole.
Well, you can't really tell why he has that going on with just an Arcana check. Arcana is to find the after effects of the magic, rather than fully understanding it.
Alright, I'll try an Arcana check as well, so see if she knows. Does she know? No, she doesn't. Because she's rolling below average tonight. Lovely.
Huh.
I
I mean, I'm more than willing to bash anything, because that's kind of what I do.
Oregon, at this point you can hear people talking just from outside your door.
Turn to Zex and say, ask Zexel, what kind of magic is around?
well, that abomination over there is glowing radiant and necrotic magic for some strange reason.
Oh, I wonder where that radiant energy came from. Especially since the rest of the area seems to be pretty much magically dead. Why would there be magical stuff over there?
Maybe our dear Abbott would know.
Yes, Abbott, why don't you tell us?
Of course, as soon as I put food in my mouth.
I could be the only thing that the whole necrotic lady thing. Like, my mall puts off both of those along with fire.
Yes, but
Yeah, but
yours is a slight
Like-
against gods.
It's also a weapon, not a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Like,
Abbott
what is-
seems to completely ignore what that thing is.
Abbott. Abbott.
That's fucking suspicious.
Hey, Abbott. There's this monster over there. Would you mind explaining that to us, please?
The only monster I know of I locked away. It seems to be
Look down the hall.
man.
See that thing down the hall?
Yeah, he seems completely oblivious to where it is.
Why?
Abbott. Do you have sight?
Is he doing it on purpose or is he stupid?
Do both.
It could
Why
be
I hear
something
this
beyond
going-
that.
While I hear this going on, I cast guidance on myself.
Alright?
Abbott, I don't feel you're being truthful to us here. And I'm just gonna cast Zone of Truth. Where? Oh wait, that's right. Spell sheet. Hey, is that level of a spell? Okay. There.
Alright. And I have
Gotta
to
cast-
do this.
Oh, wait, that's right. I forget it's an area. Yeah. All right. Anyhow, hey Abbott, I'd like to know again. What are you hiding from us?
Things are mystery to all, even to the land itself.
Ziki, you have to do a charisma saving throw.
Alright. I have to find a sheet then. If there even is a sheet for him.
I remember what you said it was just Abbott.
Abbott. Abbott.
Charisma. Oh no, I just looked at it. Okay.
Hey, Kaylin, what's your spell save DC?
Oh, what's the spell save DC for a cleric?
It should be within your spells, and your spell casting ability is Wisdom.
Wisdom. And what? Oh, it's 15.
So he passes.
But I still get a sense of whether he's telling the truth or not, don't I? The afflicted creature is aware of the spell and can thus avoid answering.
He
Such
can
a
avoid
creature can.
answering. So it would have to be an insight above that, and you would have to be aware that he succeeded.
The spell says that she's aware he
Okay.
succeeded.
I'm aware.
Okay, so it would be an insight check to check if he's actually lying. Like, and Oregon, if you want to try to interact or anything, the voices are coming just right outside the door now.
Is he lying?
You feel as if he didn't tell any lie, but based off his wording, it's not like he really answered your question.
Why is he so avoidant? Every time we ask him a serious question, he avoids answering it.
There's a number of reasons that could be why.
If I come up to the door, is there any sort of like peephole or something like that, like a iron slants or something I can view through? I mean, I'm only 3 foot tall.
There is a 7-inch gap at the bottom of the door, which food is slid through. And about halfway up the door is a sliding piece of metal that is used to peek inside the rooms. That's about 9 inches wide, about 4 inches, or 9 inches across, 4 inches up and down.
All right, looking through the door, I push away one of the other mongrel folk, and I try to take a gander. Which one of the other players do I see from my? Or I mean, besides the abbot, who else can I actually see from my?
Here's the door, by the way. If you wanted to move. You see an owl and well, it doesn't look like Shampoo. You see an owl and someone dressed in robes that would lead you to believe a wizard.
All right, looking at the wizard, I telepathically speak to them using common, telling them that the abbot's lying.
And yes, I did give Oregon some information outside of the session. And just in case anyone watching is wondering how he knows things.
Well, that actually makes sense considering he's a prisoner here. So,
But yeah, I use my character's racial ability to telepathically speak to the one that looks like a wizard. That the abbot's lying.
you lie, my dear abbot, and for some strange reason, I'm hearing a voice in my head. So,
That
do
is so
tell
convincing.
why there is someone here who could talk to me telepathically.
For all you know, it may be the devil himself, would it not? At least that's what
Devil.
many would have you believe.
I'm about to square up if he keeps fucking dodging.
Well, in his defense, you wouldn't know why the hell he has a voice in his head.
I go
To
to
be
where
quite fair,
Exactly.
dear abbot, I talked to the devil himself. I know what he sounds like, and this person didn't sound like him. So shut up with the lying, or there's going to be a magic missile up your face.
intimidation.
That's more violent than usual.
Fuck. Hey guys.
What?
Initiative.
Initiative.
You just threatened the abbot.
And that's a TPK.
Isn't it normally me that starts initiative? What the fuck?
That's why I'm actually enjoying this. Oregon, feel free to do so as well.
It was Al's turn to be chaotic.
God, no kidding.
And I will say before initiative begins, you can, just because what you know about the abbot.
Oh my god.
Oof.
Ooh.
Does Oregon not have a name for his character?
I did not find one, and I figured that nobody would know it until he says it.
That's fail.
Alright.
What's the abbot's dex? Then if his dex is 4, he should go before Albud.
Hang on. How do you mess up spelling flesh that bad? Oh god, this thing's ugly.
I knew it was a flesh golem.
Well, you may have known it, but your character might not.
No.
And the only thing I have to... The only thing I have to relate with this is the flesh Atronox from Oblivion.
I mean, technically they're the same thing.
Just a quick question: are we on the first floor, or are we like several stories up?
We are on the first floor,
Oh, good.
which
Yeah,
I
Okay,
was
you do not
definitely
get a
asking that.
do not get to jump out the window. If
Druid.
anything, I'm going to be yeeting stuff out the window.
Druid.
Nobody knows he's a
This
druid.
is important. I'm just saying that out of character, druids have stuff that requires them to be on the ground.
Oh, okay.
And before that, I do have to find a page. What the fuck? 15. There we go. And
Just have it be like a celestial.
as the words leave Zexelzera's mouth, threatening him, the abbot's eyes light up with a fiery white flame. A deep, booming voice says, "You dare threaten me in my home?"
This is unusual. It's normally me who's threatening people.
The wizard is angry.
We love character development.
And with that, his body transforms, lighting up spectacularly into that of a deva.
So yeah, he was in fact a celestial.
This.
Oh shit.
It's not giving me a chance to give a handout, so I can't show people. So feel free to look up what the hell a deva is on your own. DEVA.
It's technically a Hindu god, but they get a weird classification in Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay, Bayonetta. With that, a mace.
And everything, fucker.
No,
What the fuck?
On most things.
Alright. And a mace manifests
Zexel,
within his
why?
hand.
Axel, why?
Raises it above his head and swings at Zexelzera. 18 for 28 damage.
Holy fuck!
What?
Here. Well, this is also an issue. I told you to move yourselves around. He stayed at the front line.
True.
Which brings us to Owl Buddy.
Owl Buddy is going to go and fly over to Junwa, giving her giving her the help action, and then flying around the corner because Owl Buddy doesn't want to die.
For the 5th time and become even more skeletal.
Which would be bad. And that's his turn.
DM, just so you know, I can see the door or window that's to the behind of the top left of my square, but there's no image coming to the bottom right of where the door's at.
That would probably just be the line of sight thing going on. If you... To get out of the room, it would be a... actually, given the circumstance, I'd say you could just kind of push it open during the free action if you wanted.
Alright.
It,
I push
in
open
front
the
of
door.
the door is a kind of a stack of books. Nothing really threatening.
Alright, I open the door then.
Alright. And let me move you out here so you can see. You should be able to see.
So I see robes, magic dude, those four, and the one that's coming off just the clips down here with the sword coming out.
That's me.
The cardinal. Oh, okay.
That would be Shump.
Is the diva currently floating or flying or still on the ground?
The hallway's only about 10 feet tall, so you wouldn't need reach or anything to hit him, given that he's about 6.5 feet tall.
Ziggy, I am an Asimar. I'm resistant to radiant damage.
Alright, so you take 9 instead, so let me add plus 9 to your HP. There.
Thank you.
Hey, if there's ever an issue like that, feel free to correct it. I can easily find a log of all the health changes. It's just, I try to make people's lives a little bit easier when it comes to them setting themselves up for their turn.
Just one last question. When I was thrown into this, did I come down the long hallway, or when I was tossed in here, was I brought in through the long hallway or through one of the two short hallways in front of me?
You were brought from the long hallway, so you were actually walked past the flesh column.
Oh, well, that's a no-go for me then. Let's take a quick... I cast Fairy Fire on the diva.
Okay. I believe that gives advantage on all melee attacks against him? Or is it all attacks in general?
I'll spell real quick and...
Okay.
I believe that requires a dexterity saving throw.
Yep, that is true, it looks like. And my spell DC is 13.
14.
Dang, so close. Well, everything else around him is sparkly right now. And I will move 20, let's see.
You want an attack of opportunity? Because that's how you get one.
Alright, I end my turn.
That would invoke attack of opportunity against you.
Okay, I think I'm confused. Is the AOS the... I thought the abbot was the dude that's on the left of everyone.
No.
Is it the dude that's the red ring?
Right here.
Oh!
Here, let me
He's
put
the
a
what?
red
This
dot
right
on it.
here.
There. Abbott has a red dot.
This right here is me.
Yeah.
As an ally.
I'm this guy.
Chunwa is the other one.
So you don't want to leave the threatened space where the abbot is, or else you're going to get hit.
And
Yeah,
as we
well,
saw,
either
that's
way
gonna
when I
hurt
come
a
out
lot.
the door. Yeah, either way when I come out the door, I'm in the AOS space. Okay, I'll just stay put. Because I don't have any bonus action I can see myself reasonably doing.
Well, to be fair, he can only attack one thing per turn.
Okay,
So-
I end my turn.
And that would bring the Flash Golem, its speed is 30. You can only go there. And it would take a run. Please. Yeah. You'd have to come up to you. But he won't be able to do any attacks. Which brings us to Shump. This is gonna be fun.
Save
seeing
the
as other
wizard.
people have attacked, I can't. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. Wasn't expecting this. One up and up. I'm gonna swing my ball. Team misses.
Yep. This is gonna be a fun fight.
Ziggy,
Yeah.
I hate you right now. not Ziggy. Zal. My bad.
This
I
happens way
am-
too much.
I'm sorry. Also not sorry. Hashtag sorry, not
I'm-
sorry. You
mm,
can
Action
action
Ah.
surge.
yeah. Watch me get like a 1.
You could also transform. You haven't transformed.
I will do both.
Hey,
Hold on, let me finish. Okay, thank
you can't be in here.
Just let me say that.
I know, but she knows that she has to knock before she barges in.
She did
It's
not.
rude. No, she didn't.
I thought she
That is a crit.
That's
Ooh.
20.
did. Wow.
15
So I would
plus 7.
plus the 3d6.
I thought the
That's
D6 happened
16.
twice.
Yes.
So 24. Then that's just with that. Then 15 plus 7 would be 22.
A lot of damage.
Alright,
Is he resistant
So,
to
44.
radiant
he is
necrotic
resistant to
file?
radiant. But,
Okay, radiant is listed as the first one.
alright.
So both of the fucking 6s.
Hey man, that's still good damage.
Yeah.
Alright. You bring your
That's
maul clean into his chest. Well, actually it'd be his shins at this point. And you hear a pretty satisfying crunch as they hit.
I'm going to break his shins.
Which brings us to Chaya, the priestess of the Raven Queen.
This Deva obviously is not of the Raven Queen.
Does not.
Obviously.
With not making these horrible undead abominations. I'm going to say, you are a Deva, so you serve some god. Which god do you serve? And what would they think of your actions? And I guess roll persuasion or something? I don't know.
The zone of truth is still up, right?
But he is able to resist. He resisted.
Okay.
Also, trying to persuade him to answer would be an action, Kalen.
Yeah.
Fine.
Hey, if you want to do persuasion, give a persuasion roll. If you want to attack, do that instead.
Because Devas are powerful.
And that would be against his charisma.
Wow.
This is funny.
Of course, I have to roll on the side. Oh,
Yeah, he has plus 5 to charisma.
fine. Technically have plus 6 when I'm not rolling up below the mean.
The abbot turns his eyes to you and says, I serve no one but my own lord. Your words are meaningless.
What you're saying is you serve someone.
And if that's the end of your turn, it would go to Zexel's era. I expect this building to be on fire and very exploded in about 5 seconds.
Fire!
On his promise.
I mean, I have to deliver on the magic pistol, but also Fireball is just calling to me. But considering there's like me, an abbot, an ally, and a flesh golem,
And by technicality, since these are stone walls, the focus or the blast would probably be focused down a little more.
it would hurt. It would be a bad
And everyone
idea.
would be
Fireball.
deaf.
Everyone would die. That's a bad thing. Um, I'm going to say Scorching Ray.
Okay. Hit, or miss, hit, and hit.
So that 3 is a 4, and that 8 is 8.
Right. Minus. Fuck. I need to stop putting my keyboard so far away from me. Here, I'm using you. Right.
Also, I'm going to say he's counterweaved.
Oh. Oh.
I have a bad feeling about that.
No, that's good for you.
Oh, okay. It's just normally never a good thing when the DM starts saying, "Oh."
Well, I wasn't expecting that.
It came in clutch against the Mind Flayer.
Yeah. Which brings us to Chunwa Mei.
Wait.
Who has advantage on her attack against the...
You can actually move to this square right here. You want to? Alright. You be pushing.
Yeah,
The closest I can get to him. And then use my double attack.
The second one hits. Well, what are you hitting? What are you hitting?
The,
Flush column?
whatever.
Well, you're next to both of them. You want to hit the...
I'd rather hit the Abbot.
Don't want to hit the flush column?
Never mind, I'll hit the flush column.
Okay, both hit. Yeah, its AC is 9.
Well, I had advantage, so. Shout out to Al, buddy.
6 and 8. So, 14.
Al Buddy's the best buddy. Also, Ziki, did you check out those cards I gave you?
I did not even look at them yet. Holy hell. Oh, wait. Is your weapon in any way magical?
No.
Yes.
It takes 0 damage.
What?
It has immunities.
To what?
Non-magic weapons.
Non-magic weapons not made with adamantine.
Fuck.
Oh no!
Well, it doesn't resist force.
I guess I know what I'm doing next turn.
Which brings us to the abbot.
I should just hit the fucking Abbot.
Funny enough, he's actually going to turn around and swing his mace at you twice.
I love an unproductive turn.
9 and 6, so 15 damage for the first attack.
Ooh.
Wait, how much am I taking in total?
Hang on. Whew. 7.
11. Because Chunwa is also an SMR.
Yes.
So
Minus 18.
So how much am I taking?
Uh,
Oh my god,
Oh.
I'm below half!
You know who to thank for this.
You, because you convinced me to attack the flesh golem.
It literally isn't me this time. This is a Faust.
Because I was dead set on talking to Abbott, and then you were
Right.
like, well,
Well,
and I was like, fuck, maybe I should. So then I did. So it's your fault.
you know what? Fuck you. I'm the DM. You made the choice. Ow, buddy.
Our buddy is obviously the best buddy, so he will come over, giving the brand new friend advantage on attacks, and then fly away again.
Oregon has advantage on attacks.
And that's our buddy's turn.
Which brings us to our new friend. What are you gonna do?
Is that melee attacks or also spell attacks? I guess that counts as a flanking bonus. Is where you're getting that. I get
It's
advantage.
the help action. All attacks.
Yes.
I don't have many. She's right there. She's gonna get hurt if I do anything. But you all don't mean much to me right now, too.
You have Shillelagh, and that can be cast as a bonus action, I believe.
Yes. Bonus action cantrip turns any wooden weapon into a D8
flesh
magic weapon
golem.
that uses your wisdom.
The flesh golem counts. Would I have knowledge if it counts as a construct or undead?
Just from looking at it, you know yes. In a reasonable person's mind, there's no way this thing is living.
Okay. What I meant was clarification. Would I know if it counts as undead, or if it was just would I know if the difference between I know as a player it's a construct, but as a character, would I know if it's a construct or an undead?
You know, this is. You know, I'm going to say you had time to study it over the 3 days you had here, so I'm going to say, yeah, you know.
Okay, because I was just wondering, because I know Chill Touch has advantages on dead, so if I was going to do that against it, but if it looks to me like a construct, then I wouldn't do that. That's why I wanted to ask.
Yeah, I'm going to say, since you were here for 3 days, you had time to study what goes on here.
Okay, and Abbott hasn't done a reaction, and it hasn't done a reaction, which means if I move, they both whack me.
You could disengage, get yourself somewhere safe if you need to. It would give Shump a chance to get closer.
Yeah, do I have the disengage action? Not
Everyone
really.
has disengage. It would be an actual action rather than a bonus action.
Yeah, everyone has those.
Okay, I'm going to use my action to disengage and go back into the cell.
You want to go back into the cell, or you want to go back behind the party?
Move away.
Yeah, because he doesn't count as rough terrain since I have nimbleness, so yeah, I can go past him, no problem.
Alright.
Everyone has the dash, dodge, and disengage actions.
Okay,
It's just that
I thought that was a rogue
rogues,
Yeah.
rogues have them as bonus actions when they reach the right level.
Alright. So, if you have anything else you can or would like to pop, it would go to the flesh golem.
Let me check my spells real quick, and I'll get back to you in 3 seconds.
Okay.
Shillelagh is an amazing spell, and you should totally use it. Or Primal Savagery if you also have it.
Yeah, everything else I do would cost 1 action. So yeah, no, because I don't have any weapons on me. I don't have anything to cast Shillelagh on.
You could use a table leg or something in the debris.
If you want, you can, if you want at disadvantage, you can do a quick perception in order to see where your stuff was put.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
As you and I made a couple of agreements off camera on that. Alright. At disadvantage, you don't know where it is. I've never seen both ends of it.
Fail and crit success.
Alright, then I'll finish my action with taking another. I'll go ahead and finish my movement, taking another 5 feet back, because I think that's 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of the Diva's line of sight.
Okay.
Alright, I'm done.
Flush Golem. Oh, okay. That's weird. It has Slam, which is gonna take against Chunwa. 15?
If it's the same, does it still hit?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah.
That's -9. And a second Slam. Oh!
Ah!
That's 27 damage.
Ouch.
Guess who's at 5 health, boys?
Which brings us to Shump.
Get me out.
I'm just gonna look at like
Disengage.
I will when it's my turn.
I'm just gonna look at Zex and like, dude. After that, look back at the abbot and swing them all again.
24 hits.
Hey.
$17.
17
Damage.
plus 6, or technically 4.
Yeah. So 21
21.
damage. He is bleeding now. You're pretty sure
Okay.
You're pretty sure you bent his knees backwards.
Ew.
Okay. I'm gonna action surge again.
Cool.
That's both of them. I'm boning them both.
Okay.
And I'm really hoping this doesn't backfire on me. Swing them all again. Did I click it?
Yeah, you got an 11 and 27.
One time!
wait,
if I
fairy
had
fire.
advantage!
Fairy Fire.
If I had...
Did he pass against Fairy Fire?
No,
Yeah,
he
did.
failed. Yeah, he did.
Okay. Alright, that is a miss then.
fucking boned it. God damn it! Okay.
Which would bring us to Chaya.
God damn
Alright.
it.
Chunwa looks like she's in a bit of an issue, so
They're dying.
I am going to. I think. Let's.
No, you would need healing word.
You
Alright,
need
I'm
to go up there to heal her.
Hmm?
It's a touch spell.
Oh. Oh boy.
So you would have to.
Healing word, I mean.
Alright.
Oh, Galen, remember.
Which healing word I get as a bonus action, so that's cool.
Galen, remember, you add +3 to your healing spells. At first level, anyway.
So just add 3 to whatever this roll is. 11.
Wow, that's
And
max.
And I'm going to try again to say to the Deva, really, so your god, who is supposed to be good, would enjoy watching you mutilate these people.
Lawful good.
My character would probably be reacting to everyone that they should probably
There we go.
run rather than fight and die.
Alright, I roll persuasion.
It'd be against his charisma. Okay.
Fine.
Your words seem to actually reach through to him for a moment, and let me do this to determine the exact effect.
Oh.
Then Alright, for the next turn, he is stunned. And seems to be questioning what he's been doing for the past however many years.
All it took was 5 seconds.
The power of persuasion.
Which would bring us to Zexelzera.
Who's considering he sees that the abbot is stunned, he's kind of going to just change targets to the flesh golem instead of trying. Actually, no. Fuck it. He gets a shadow blade to the face.
Hey.
Okay.
TPK guaranteed.
Probably, yes.
Abbott or the golem?
The abbot.
Abbott.
9 plus 13 would be 22. Okay. Yeah, he seems to just be screaming into his own head as everything's going on, and actually seems to be shaking. And funny enough, I could have sworn that this party was going to die time and time and time again.
Always seem to avoid death.
That was a mistake, but considering Shadow Blade is a bonus action and he's stunned, I still get advantage on this next attack, correct?
Yeah.
So he gets firebolted to the face.
So
For 18.
He's really mad.
He literally takes it to the face, and half of his face is now burned. His hair is gone. And funny enough, even though his hair is gone, he still has one eyebrow.
Of course.
Which brings us to Chunwa Mei.
I'm going to disengage.
To which way? Alright, there.
And then I'm going to use healing hands on myself.
Okay.
Give myself another 5 health. Wait, you didn't put my previous health in there yet.
Zexel is not happy with the abbot right now.
8 plus 5 would be 13.
So I'm at 13 now.
You changing or am I?
It's easier if you do it.
Alright.
So I think that's all I can do.
I believe so, because you didn't choose an attack.
Can I?
You disengaged, so no.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay.
Alright.
Which brings us to the abbot. He is stunned for this turn. Which brings us to Owl Buddy.
Owl Buddy's the best buddy. He's gonna come on over, giving Shump the help action, and then flying away again.
I could have used that last turn.
Alright. Which brings us back to our new friend Oregon, who's very, very insistently telling the party to fucking run.
Yeah, that's very, very true. All right then.
This party has survived a coven of night hags when they were level 3. Survived an assassination attempt. Who was with 2 werewolves who turned out to be a fucking mind flayer, and they didn't die.
What survival is this?
No, the dice just hate us both equally. They want this to go on forever.
So based on where I placed Bob, is the flesh golem wide enough that I can still get a target on it, or is
Yeah.
or would that count as like 3/4 cover or something weird like that?
That would be entirely based on... Hang on, I'd have to do corner.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he has half cover, actually.
Okay, from here I am going to cast Chill Touch. I'm going to aim it at the goal.
Okay. Alright. So, 14 would hit. For... I was gonna
I'm
say,
sorry, 14 hits? You mean I was one low?
on the flesh golem.
Oh, okay.
6 damage.
So 6 damage plus 2 for the wisdom modifier, so 8 damage.
Okay. Ooh, you're cold. Which would bring us to the flesh golem. Who just got...
Oregon, you can do the damage when you click the word in the chat.
Yeah. So if you were to click Chill Touch itself, it would pop up.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
The golem is going to move forward and swing at Shump. With 2 slams.
Oh,
12,
oh, thank
Miss
and that one hits.
at matches. So 19, holy fuck.
God. I don't know if it happened for you, but the damage total loaded before what it
Yeah, it does that a lot.
So I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, and he can't do anything else other than yell non-existent words. Which brings us to Shump.
Hold up, that is my talent right there. He is stepping on my toes.
Then kill it, chump.
I killed that when he could kill the abbot. He already took
Yeah.
its shins.
Fucking swing at the abbot again.
26 hits.
God damn it.
26 hits, you got the help
right.
action.
Oh. Actually, hold up. With me, what was 27? 27 was at 19. Fuck.
Yeah.
I thought for a moment, shouldn't that be a... Yeah, fuck, oh well.
Well, you got a help action for this turn. So,
Yeah,
11 base.
plus 10.
So,
21 total
21.
damage.
yeah, you you crush his chest in, and you can see a couple ribs starting to poke out, but he's still floating.
Oh no!
Okay,
wait,
I'm just gonna...
He's also stunned.
Yep.
At that point, I'm just gonna scream, will you just fall down and die?
Which will bring us to Chaya, who now has the injured ASMR next to her.
Ah, lovely. I'm going to make a final persuasion attempt and say to the Deva, look, we don't need to kill you. You can repent to us first. Stop fighting and tell us what's going on. Can I make that persuasion with advantage?
Actually, yes.
Stunned.
Yeah. $20 versus 12. Yeah, you see regret deep into his eyes, but now the question floats into your head, are the others willing to spare him?
Guys? And
Ash.
I turn to the others. Say, hey
He's gonna
guys.
stop. If he's gonna stop attacking, I'm willing to stop attacking too.
Alright, cool.
He's worth experience. I'm surprised you'd stop.
He almost
Wow.
killed me.
I mean, same here.
To be
that
fair,
Flesh golem's still gonna be a
I'm
pain.
just agreeing. I'm just agreeing to not kill the abbot. I'm hoarding nothing for the flesh golem. I'm gonna kill that thing.
You can still kill, and none of you were close to dying. I would have healed you all. So let's call it good, and let's find out what the heck is going on here. He probably has information, and we wouldn't want to deny ourselves the pleasure of interrogation. Now, would we?
The Cardinal can probably tell the Flesh Golem to stop.
So you mean I can't kill the flesh golem?
No,
you
we
can kill him,
cannot.
Because if I can't kill something, I'm gonna immediately regret this and go, no, I'm going to attack again.
Well, here's the thing. You still have a few turns before it gets back to you.
This is true.
Think of your own neck on the line here. If you do attack,
Okay, I know you're new here, but I don't do that.
He knew a wagon was trapped, and he still hit it with the fucking hammer.
He paid for that too.
He
Dearly.
killed Owl Buddy.
Multiple
times.
times.
I turn to the other guys. Let me interrogate this Deva. I'm a cleric. This is what I do. So don't kill the Deva.
I torment the Celestial. It's what I do.
I am a cleric of the Raven Queen. It is my job to destroy this person's fears, and it's a much harsher process than merely killing him would be.
I mean, I'm good with skipping my turn. In fact, I'll just disengage and then move away because I don't want to get hit.
Which,
All right.
we can't get the Abbot's answer until it's the Abbot's turn, so it's Chunwa's turn. The Abbot looks like he's on the cusp of death. He has multiple ribs broken, poking out. His shins are powder, and his knees are bent backwards.
How's the flesh golem doing?
The flesh golem is still ready to go. The
I'll
flesh
attack
golem
him. I'll attack him.
with
Should I move in front of the abbot though?
I mean, the abbot can order the golem to stop attacking.
you can also
But that's not until next turn.
you can also move right here if you wanted to.
Because I'm gonna Eldritch Blast him. So.
Well, all right. Well, Shump's in front of you, so.
Yeah, I didn't want to hit him with it, so I was like, where can I move where I don't hit Shump with the mic?
Well, there's nowhere where you can avoid hitting Shump, realistically. Just based off how this map is laid out right now.
Alright.
Okay, that's a miss. And a miss. And now your next two. Because you get double attack.
Yeah, I forgot.
Hit. And miss.
Wow.
Jesus fuck. You hit once. For 8. You blow a small chunk of his shoulder off. And that's about it. And now we have to do a wisdom check for the abbot to see what he is thinking.
Nothing that goes contrary to my agenda, apparently.
What did he have to roll?
Pretty much how sane of mind he is at this moment.
Did he pass or fail? That's what I'm asking.
That's for me to figure out.
Oh.
Because at this point, he's doubting a lot of what he did. But I'm also trying to factor in some things that I know. You know what? The abbot kind of descends, tries to stand on his feet, but they just give out under him and he lands on his back.
Your shins are broken, forehead.
And he just says to himself, "Leave us." He turns his head towards the golem and says, "Leave." And with that, the golem walks away. I don't want to close this because I know someone's going to try to fucking kill this thing again.
Yeah.
So,
No killing.
not
But
killing that
why?
thing,
It's
just a flesh golem.
XP.
Have to face
It's
me.
XP. Okay,
You'll get XP regardless, really.
you already told me.
PTSD goes a long way, doesn't it, Shump?
It does.
Okay, while this disengages, I'm going to use my follow-up turn before everyone gets on their way to do another look around the room to try to find my...
Well, outside of combat, I'll just say that you find it.
Alright.
It'll take you about 5 minutes to get everything accounted for and set up how you need it.
I should traumatize more people. This is really effective.
Don't. It's generally considered quite rude.
And just a friendly reminder that there is still a very fierce storm just pounding into this building as the time goes on.
Lovely. So I'm going to turn to the abbot and I'm going to say to him, start speaking.
What would one like me to say?
What is actually going on here?
These people are cursed by me. They are... Let me get the book out so I don't misword things, because I've done that a few times. I accidentally turned a hero into a complete villain because I worded something wrong.
Lovely.
I'm gonna blame that on my difficulties in social situations. Where is the fucking Abbey? Why can't this book just be organized? There it is.
It's Wizards of the Coast.
Very, very, very true.
They think that 1,000 Mile City makes sense for 113,000 people.
Yeah, it says, I've made these golems in an attempt to perfect Strahd's wife, hoping his rage would calm and the curse would lift. These mongrels are a result of experimentation on the living. I unintentionally cursed an entire bloodline. And because of me, every single one of them is broken.
Which god do you serve?
I serve Bahamut himself, under his
Not gonna
direct
like
words.
Yeah, he's not gonna like this, is he?
I have not heard from him in over 200 years.
200? How long have you been here?
I am unsure at this point. This world is bent. It does not make sense to a sane mind. I guess that explains me.
Even a Celestial was corrupted by Strahd. Pathetic. And I'm going to say... So... Would death be an escape for you here? Out of curiosity, since I know that angels tend to rematerialize before they're in their celestial realm.
I fear as if that would not send me home. I fear as if I would be trapped here, much like the thousands of souls here.
That's a shame. You can't face Bahamut then.
The souls here are recycled. Even as the population grows, no new souls are added. There are many that are just shells. My soul would more than likely just be reborn here, eternally trapped.
This is unnatural life. Everything about this damn place is unnatural. It must we must purge Strahd. Do you have any ways to take out Strahd? Or know of any ways?
The bride is the only way I know how. It's the only thing I can possibly think of. We've been unable to properly search just because I know that she'll work.
Yeah, clearly that flesh golem was someone anyone would want to have sex with.
Well, to be fair, not this one, the one in the other room you saw.
Who's your intended bride? Which one of these mongrels did you intend for Strahd?
It wasn't the mongrel, it's the lady he was teaching how to eat.
That's why you were preparing her for courtly life.
Yes.
What of her free will?
Wait, what?
What of her free will?
She was born like this. She's a golem like him. She was dead. As he speaks, you notice that a few of his feathers start to dim and a couple even fall off. Showing well, I guess it would be up to people to investigate to know how much that actually means.
Wouldn't I just simply know that he's like he's pretty much a fallen deva at this point because I'm a cleric?
Not entirely, because the Raven Queen doesn't deal that much with Celestials.
She doesn't even have any.
Yeah.
He sort of has some.
Well, she would have the resources to learn about that, but she wouldn't be entirely familiar with it. But, Zal, you actually know that his spirit is actually starting to fade. And you, Chaya, you wholeheartedly believe that within another 50 years, his soul is actually going to just leave his body as a shell.
Well, I turn to that and I say, is there anything here that will be of use to us? That you can lead us to even sort of slightly redeem yourself in your God's eyes? Because you will be facing him eventually.
Let me find... Alright. I know there is a ring, a flask, and a woman here. Each may be able to aid someone such as you and your party.
Provide a safe passage to these resources.
I cannot move.
Just cast the healing spell.
He does say that the flask is back in that dining room area, and the ring is buried amongst one of the graves.
Oh, okay.
I believe I know where it is, so that's where Zexo goes.
And the woman is somewhere upstairs.
This woman, she has a conscience, right? Or is she just a robot?
She is...
Like over here.
As far as I know, she is mortal. Untainted except for the rage she has for Strahd.
Wouldn't have been a happy marriage now, would it?
I do not believe she intended to marry him, except... She speaks of some traveling slayer.
Slave. Interesting.
It's an old headset.
Do you happen... Do we know about the... As a party, do we know about, like, the wizard 200 years ago thing?
The Mad Wizard?
Yeah.
There's word about the Mad Wizard, but the party doesn't really know that much about him.
What do you know of this mad wizard?
He hides. As far as I know, he does fear Strahd, knowing he can't defeat him alone. But none are able to get within about 700 meters without, well, disappearing. Each
But,
time
no.
they disappear, it's something different. Sometimes it's teleportation, sometimes it's in ashes.
Interesting. What? What is that? Oh, Sexel went over to the grave site.
Zexel's trying to find that grave.
He's gonna be digging up all the graves, isn't he?
Don't I still remember the magic glowing grave from
You
last
still
section?
remember the grave, yes.
So I could just beeline to it and dig it up.
Yeah, in my defense, I'm just waiting for everyone to kind of go their separate ways so I can just finish this dude off.
Why would you want to relieve him from his suffering?
What's the
Easy. Because I suffered from you. I don't wish anyone on that.
After a moment of digging, you find a ring of regeneration, Zexel.
What does that do?
I believe it's amongst the treasures. I don't have the page open right now. Is it in the Dungeon Master Guide?
I believe it's a base game item, yes.
Yeah. I don't have that book by me right now.
While wearing you gain 1d6 HP every 10 minutes, provided that you have. Huh, that's a nice ring. Let's see.
That's useful for not dying.
I 100% believe Zexel is going to hoard that to himself.
Obviously.
Alright. What did Jaya want to say to the abbot again?
I think that's about it. I turn to the abbot and I say, "What will these mongrels do? My companion over here seems set on fighting you. What would happen to these mongrels if
I
you
would
were
say
gone?"
that metagame, you don't necessarily know that.
I know. Chaya would know because she deals with you too much.
She tortured you. I'm pretty sure she knows
That's
your body language at this point.
That's fail.
Alright. The abbot says, in time, who knows, one Cloven would have them starve, and I'm the only one keeping them fed. Should they stop fearing the golem, I have no reason to see why they would. But they would escape and probably die.
That would be a shame, wouldn't it?
All 60 souls lost.
I'm just saying a win-win.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on him.
Wait, what? Oh, no, stop that! Yeah, Shilpa's gonna look at her and just, like, hold my maul out to like, you stop that now! No!
Okay, while this is going on, I'm going to go around the bend, and since they're kind of cluttering the center area, I'm going to take a peek upstairs. If there's nothing going on, if there's a door upstairs, it's locked, I'll leave it be.
Anyhow,
Let me take a look. You would end up in area... Alright, I'll fix it. Alright, you would actually end up in a pretty useful area. I hate that I can't put one person onto a separate floor.
Turn to the... Okay. So yeah, turn to the abbot and I say, well then, I suggest you hide yourself from my companion here. And be sure to let these... find your redemption in letting these mongrels live out their natural lifespan.
Effectively heal all the damage I would do in one turn. You suck.
He nods his head, says thank you, changes into a golden hawk, and flies down the hallway as fast as he can.
At that point,
Sorry,
I'm just gonna tone and look at China like, why? Why did you heal? I could have killed him.
Because these mongrels deserve to live out their natural lifespan and die a natural death.
Says
That should not
who?
The Raven Queen.
It's the tablet.
I'm just gonna start muttering under my breath about the Raven Queen.
That work?
Okay, I could just smack you upside the head.
Okay. So, yeah, Abbott is gone.
Awesome.
Flesh Golem's still there, though.
Yeah,
I attacked
fine.
the flesh golem.
Alright. At the party, you want to attack the Flesh Golem.
Kind of.
Shump is
I'm gonna
angry.
hold this idiot back.
I'm going to...
That is
I
going
could
to be
try.
a one-man venture. I am not killing myself for stupidity.
He won
No.
one Ivic.
I literally fought the law and won.
He won because of
just
some
going to say-
bullshit.
Shump, look at me. Don't attack the flesh golem. And flash my eyes, knowingly.
Also,
and
the
threaten
Flesh
to
Golem didn't use
Okay.
any of his abilities.
No, I'm already threatened enough by Chaya.
Okay, I gotta move everyone upstairs then. Fuck. I'm sorry, no one's gonna have sight for about 2 minutes. Or,
All right,
I
I'm gonna grab
have-
sight.
I have the ring and it's mine.
And the healer could use it, because the healer is the one who keeps you alive, but okay.
But I'm the
I
one who
mean,
mostly
the
dies all
tank-
the time.
The tank could also use it because I'm the one taking hits all the damn time.
I mean, you are, but I'm also the one who heals, so...
You also take the back of Chaya's hand, so...
Exactly.
Yeah, but Chaya, sometimes you never get hit, actually.
That's
Sometimes,
true,
yes,
because she was the one at the healthiest at the during the Mind Flayer fight.
Question: when I went upstairs when they were talking, did I see anyone else up there?
You, in that room you did not. I will read the little section once I give you your stuff. Do you have sight?
I do.
I do not have dark vision.
No, I mean sight. Like, can you see the map?
No.
Okay.
But what I mean by that, I want to use the time interlude between their conversation and my alone time up there to cast, to ritual cast detect magic.
Okay. The radius of that is 30 feet, I believe.
30 feet as you move, yeah.
Alright, there, alright, from there you see nothing magical, and hearing of the flask, knowing that it was a useful item kind of sticks in the back of your mind. And as you, cast this spell. Do you have sight now?
I do now, yes.
Okay, let me put a dot on you. I find blue and green are the two that contrast the most, so it's easier to find. I'll use red for enemies or whatever else.
Poor Shump wanted to get that final hit on the Deva.
Yeah, you would have gotten over 7,000 experience for killing them.
Yeah,
Divided
that's what
by
I'm saying.
5.
If
That-
you only let me finish them all.
That would have been like a level up or two,
Yeah.
technically.
Hey, well, not
But
5,000
no,
each. Or it would have been 1,400, or about 1,400 each.
I'm not here to serve the
Still to-
metagaming experience. I'm here to serve the Raven Queen.
Yeah, I know.
Did-
I just
did
understand why
all-
I understand why Shump is butthurt.
Did you all damage him beforehand? A level 10 CR shouldn't have been that easy.
They were
But it was
legitimately hitting him.
surprisingly.
Okay, I don't think you understand. We've straight up killed a coven of hags. when we were underleveled.
Yeah, these idiots, I don't know how. The dice love them.
Especially when Owl Buddy gives people advantage.
Yeah. That
And
advantage
with-
helps a lot.
That, and with me being a magical golem, I'm just flashing the enemies my dick and screaming at them to literally petrify them.
Yeah, I already have something to take care of any issues I have with you having that fucking gem.
No.
Just to recall earlier, did you say there was a flask up here I saw?
There was a flask in, what the words were, flask in the dining room, and a woman upstairs. The
Gotcha.
rest of the party may or may not know where the dining room is.
Wasn't it the room where we saw the abbot and the woman
Yep.
sitting before?
Yep.
Oh. Well, I didn't go grab it because I wanted the ring.
If you want to find the woman first, I would kind of suggest that.
So let's find another woman first, just for shump.
So it is
No.
up to the party which way they're going. There's a door to the right and a door to the left.
Always turn right.
I'm a lefty myself.
So put it up to a vote.
Do either door seem locked?
No.